Hello YouTubers. Hey, welcome back to my channel, The Virginia Bushcrafter. As you know, this is the channel where we learn and we practice bushcrafting, prepping, and survival skills. So, you guys may be aware that I always say that, and it is not just rhetoric. Because if you are a serious bushcrafter, you will always continue to learn and practice these skills. There are so many skills in bushcrafting that it becomes a journey. But I want to quickly share with you one of the skills I have learned, I am practicing, and I am going to go into the bush to actually demonstrate that. Now, we all know that the cutting tools, which are an axe or a hatchet, a saw, and a knife. Now, there are very many variations of each one of those tools, but all of those tools require practicing. So what I want to show you today to help improve my knife skills, I am practicing on a tri-stick. What I am practicing is the basic bushcraft notches. So let me start off first with a notch that is basically an L, known as an L7. And the purpose of this notch, the primary purpose of this notch is a tent peg. Now, it is called the L7. Let me just see. If you look, it is in the shape of a 7. The shape of a 7. Now this, again, the main purpose of the L7 notch is a tent peg. Now I'm going to make one in the bush. I'm going to demonstrate how I made it. But basically, what I did was just cut a notch here, a backstop notch, and carved out the middle. Just cut a notch here and use a push cut to make this. And when I demonstrate this, I'm going to speak on the type of cuts that I use. The next notch is a pot hanger. Now this pot hanger, let's see, this pot hanger is basically made by making an X. And when the X is made, you remove 3 portions of that X and you come up with a pot hanger. Just for demonstration purposes, I want to show you how it will work. As you can see, the handle will be hanging into the notch portion. And again, this is a tri-stick and its purpose is only to practice. As you can see, it fits in here into the notch and it hangs. So that is the pot hanger notch. The next notch is a V notch. If you notice, it is in the shape of a V. And its basic primary task is used to tie cordage. As you can see how this cordage will fit in, it will not go up or down. For bushcraft purposes, this is a V notch. However, what I have learned as well is that this V notch can be used to channel water. As water goes over the V notch, it will divert water into other directions. But basically for bushcrafting, it is to tie cordage. The next notch is a log cabin notch. If you notice, there are two stop cuts, one here and one here, and you mainly carve out the material in between. This is used in the event when a person is making a shelter or a log cabin. A log is placed in here and another log goes on top. That is a log cabin notch. The next notch is a saddle notch, which is also used, it is also used to make a log cabin or a shelter. If you notice, it is called the saddle knot because it is circular. A log will go on top, will be inserted here. Another log will go on this log. The next notch is a rotation notch. This can be used when making a spindle, for a bow drill. There are a few other things. Let me see. It says that it can be made for bow drills, spindles, or anything for rotation. One great thing about this rotation notch is that you can actually make a fishing rod with it. So again, we have an L7 notch, a pot hanger notch, a V notch, a log cabin notch, a saddle notch, and a rotation notch. Also, we can actually use this as a vine stripper. Now, we can actually pour roots up and we can use the roots for cordage. And the way that you strip it is by taking the root, placing it in between, which I've carved out a section, and you basically put the root inside and you pull, and this will strip the root or the vine. So this again is used to make cordage. So guys, I just wanted to show you this. This is strictly for practice. I'm going into the bush tomorrow. I'm going to bring this one along with me, and I am going to make each one of these notches, and I'm going to go into more detail as to the cuts that I use, rotations that I use, and so forth. But as I said, again, something that is very important is your cutting tools, and one of them is your knife. This is a bushcraft knife with a Scandinavian grind. I'm going to go over this more in detail on part 2. But I just want to let you know, again, if you're a serious bushcrafter, you definitely want to hone your knife skills. Whether you are using a bushcraft knife, a survival knife, a bowie knife, a machete, you want to hone your cutting skills. So with that said, guys, I am going to go to the bush tomorrow. I'm going to look forward to actually demonstrating how I made each one of these knots. And I hope you guys can join me. So guys, I will see you in part 2 of this video. Thank you.